Today you will hear about the new and upcoming technologies in the realm of augmented and virtual reality and how those technologies will enhance our communication, business and leisure experiences in the future.
We are AR Association, which is nothing but virtual reality and augmented reality association. We help in research, we help in study, and we also help to create industry standards.
Is that whatever we've seen and experienced today in augmented reality, and as per the expert, they say that it's only at 5% of its potential. But virtual reality really started when Palmer Lucy wanted to play games in a VR world and started developing the Oculus hardware. And he started his project in 2013. A year later, he sold the company to Facebook for $2 billion. So we have two kinds of VR. The VR based on computer graphics, like we have the guys here showcasing games in virtual reality. They're also using a different device than the Oculus, but this is also something that is evolving very fast. So this is a virtual world. We're putting people in a virtual place and computer-generated imagery. The other virtual reality is from motion picture. So we produce the virtual reality world from motion pictures, from real-life footage.
This one is from France. So what they're trying to do here, and this is actually old school AR, where they use the camera of a laptop to activate an application, the application. Augmented reality actually allows you to straddle every medium. So pretty much every medium that's out there, augmented reality can sit on top of it, which gives you vast potential in monitoring your, in getting your consumers to engage with your brand across different mediums. You can actually time-base it as well as location-base it. For in-store activations, instead of using triggers, you could use object recognition.
Everything you've seen today in terms of augmented reality and virtual reality is 5 years ago, it was completely about 10x and moonshot thinking. One eye is on the microscope because I have to worry about today. And the other eye has to be on a very, very distant telescope. Otherwise, I would not survive. This is a moonshot, ladies and gentlemen, in our lifetimes, and it's going to happen. And there are many more like that. Here's a political moonshot. How many people know about Moore's law? So things become cheaper, smarter, quicker, faster, and much, much smaller.
And in little more than a decade from now, AI will be advancing so rapidly that our ability to make predictions will break down.
In other words, in 10 years' time, we will have so much power and so much capability that we can solve almost any problem that ever comes to us. That by 2030, 2035, we will live in a world of total abundance. We won't have any shortages. The world will change again, and we'll have to rethink our social contract again.
The reason, this is why we focus on a storytelling from region, because wherever we traveled, as Emiratis, as Arab, as people from the Middle East, we are there to own that story and convert it into the mediums which we think that people will love to consume it.
There's been brands like Jaguar, brands like Nesquik, where they've adopted technology, for instance, AR, VR, but there's no story behind the whole AR, VR. There's no purpose behind it. It was just done for the sake of doing something different in the market, but completely agree with you in terms of it having a story and relevance. Does make a difference. It makes a richer consumer experience, which is the whole differentiating factor.
Clients just want to be a part of the trend. We want to encourage creative agencies and thought leaders, people who can come up with different ideas and see this amalgam or combination of technology and creativity together. So there is a story behind every technological activation or where this is to be implemented.
Still, now it's early stage to figure out exactly what are the needs of the people, and maybe one who wants just to meditate in virtual reality, or maybe we can use it to treat some phobia. So some people, they have the phobias, they can face it in virtual reality and try to treat it And this can help us with our daily life.
I would recommend that you need to put more emphasis on the content rather than the latest gadgets which is available out there. So it's, as you mentioned, the contents really creates the emotional touch. So the content is the king. So we should be better out there looking for valuable contents which communicates and which creates the emotional bonding.